Hello, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's 5 a.m. here, and I'm planning to do two videos for you. One of the reviews I have covered before from the house of Hermes, but I'll re-review it because I got a new bottle after a couple of years. And this particular episode, I'm going to be talking about a new fragrance. A couple of days back, I think I went Perfume Bangladesh. You saw the video I uploaded showing their collection. And no, it's not my shop. It's a shop that we buy our perfumes from, and they're our friends, and we associate like our group Franck Bangladesh and many other groups. We all buy from them because they are one of the largest and genuine shops in Bangladesh who are friendly towards us. Okay, so I tried Franck Boclet there, the fragrance tobacco, which I'm going to review today, and I told you I was not going to review it from there. I wanted to give it some time. That fragrance really like caught me by surprise. I just did not expect it. Okay, so we'll be talking about this fragrance, Franck Boclet Tobacco. Okay, previously I reviewed from this house, I think, cocaine, and there are a few more, I think, and I'm really interested in this house. But the very first fragrance did not wow me. That was my friend's bottle. I liked it, but it was like okay. It was like not anything special to my nose. It was good, but it was not great. This fragrance right here, it's surprise. Okay, big surprise, because if you do like tobacco, this the name says it all. This is a tobacco based fragrance, and you guys know me, like when it's winter in Bangladesh, I'm very, I mean, like sort of what do you call excited about wearing, darker, richer, spicier fragrances or sweeter ones, boozier ones. So tobacco definitely is one of the notes. Tobacco based fragrances, there are many. There are tobacco based fragrances like Versace Dreamer, Burberry's London, 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit. I can name a lot I have now, So the Enigma, Roger of Enigma. So basically, talking about tobacco, there's a big fragrance called Tobacco Vanille from House of Tom Ford. Okay, let me start it this way. And that fragrance was not my most favorite fragrance once. And I loved Tuscan Leather. That was like my best. It was my dream fragrance. Like even Aventus was not that big when I started my journey in my world. I mean, my world, Tuscan Leather was that god. Okay, but now over the years, there are many other fragrances out. I like, and I collected many others. So this fragrance, Tobacco Vanille, I got a sample from one of my brothers, Ananda Mustafi's bhai. He's a professor in India, but he's from Bangladesh. Very talented and humble and very good collector. Great nose. He met me once. We met, I think, a couple of years back in winter time in the park, and he brought me some samples. One of them was Tobacco Vanille. Okay, that's the thing. First time I seriously sniffed this, and I actually sort of liked it a lot. And he gave me Amber Absolute, this one, and one more or couple more samples. I was blown away. So since then, I always liked Tobacco Vanille, and I was looking for an alternative because Tobacco Vanille in Bangladesh is quite pricey. Even if you talk about the smallest bottle, as a tester, it's going to cost you around $200 mark. So, you know, it's not always like, I buy other fragrances which are expensive, but Tom Ford's private blends sometimes feel a little bit overpriced to my liking, and I'm not blaming them because they are the brand they have established for a long time. And Tom Ford, all kudos to him. I have massive respect. Okay, so I was looking, but nothing really like was, meeting my craving. Because I want a replacement, as in like something I can use. There was this house called, I think, forgot the house, uh, British house, Atkinson's. Forgot the name of the fragrance. I had a sample, but I never reviewed it. Think Oddfellows Bouquet. Yeah, Oddfellows Bouquet. That one was very loud, and people say it's close to tobacco vanilla, but it was very unwearable. This fragrance right here, I'll show you. I think it met my craving, and I'll explain to you goods and bads of this fragrance. I'll let you know performance, smell, development. Okay, and this fragrance is very hyped, and if you go to Fragrantica, it's very well loved. That trend is like going high and high. Even though I don't like the new format of Fragrantica, but it's nice to see. So here's the packaging, and you can buy this in Perfume Bangladesh. Also, Sterling Enterprise is bringing some. I think you can pre-order as well. Very nice packaging. This 100 ml EDP, and these writings you can like this designs you can feel. Okay, like this. It's very premium box. Okay, it looks expensive. So when you're paying $152, I think is the price, or £152, you need good presentation. So this bottle is definitely not in there, but this is the like the cascade or something like the coffin of the bottle, which stays deep down there. Very good. So that's the box. I'm taking my sweet time because I don't want to rush this review. And here's the bottle. I recently changed my cover photo to this fragrance ad in my Fragrantica Bangladesh group. Please do join. This is one of the most stunning looking juice color. It looks boozy, right? It looks dark like cognac or something. You cannot even see through the bottle. It's that dark, okay? And there's the sticker in front. It says tobacco, and the same pattern you can feel here. The cap, it reminds me a little bit of Mahogany Woods by Bath and Body Works. Heavy metallic cap. Yeah, here's the atomizer. Okay, the cap is metal body. Okay, got quality, and the spray is very good. Underneath got that sticker. So this fragrance, I have it on my hand already, and the dry down is there. Let me spray this just to show you that opening. It's one of the finest fragrances in my collection, or I sniff till date. Okay, let's just give 2 sprays. Perhaps after a while I'll go for morning walk if I find, today I'm like, health is not that good. It's just a little bit, indigestion or something. So give it some time. So basically, let's talk about Tobacco Vanille first. Because this fragrance perhaps is close to that, or people suggested this is clone to that, but I'm not gonna say after a couple of days. Initial impression wise, it's pinpoint clone. It's something of its own scent too. So Tobacco Vanille, basically, I have a little bit of juice left. This is the vintage version. The newer version, they're good, but the vintage version used to last a long time. And this one basically is a smoky tobacco vanilla, as they'll suggest, and a little bit of spices to my nose. And spicy tobacco, basically that's what you get, and it's very thick fragrance, and it's a unisex perfume. I like use it like very much like a stingy person, just on special occasion when I really feel like wearing, Tom Ford. I wish I had a Tobacco Vanille bottle, but this fragrance, it's sweet, yeah, spicy, it's powdery, and it's definitely cold weather fragrance. Okay, so compared to that, if you see the opening of Franck Boclet, it's sweet. Okay, first thing comes to your mind is sweet, spicy opening, and there's a fruity touch. So fruity, spicy, and fresh, kind of like a opening. So there's this note called plum in this, so that gives the sweetness to the opening. And I really love this opening. I was surprised because when I saw the bottle, like I knew this is gonna be some special stuff because the juice color is that dark, and it did meet the expectation, which most of fragrances do not do. Nowadays, most fragrances, they remind me of something else. Yeah, this does remind me of Tobacco Vanille, but that Tobacco Vanille doesn't have that many clones that I came across and I liked. Okay, there are a lot of fragrances that have the tonka bean, vanilla, balsamic feel, but nothing really goes close to this. So this one, when you talk about the other notes, I do get the tonka, the spicy notes. There's a clove or cardamom, either one. I think cloves or cinnamon, something sweet, spicy variant. It feels like cinnamon, and it does remind me a lot of Herod. Okay, it reminds me a lot of other fragrances: Herod, Pure Heaven, Naxos. Missing the honey note though, but that sweet plum sort of like makes up for it. So this is a deep, rich, dark. If you see that ad, the bottle is in front of the ocean. There's a yacht at the back, and there's a beautiful Havana cigar right in front, I think. So this one actually does smell like that. Okay, if you do like cigars, if you do like tobacco, this is one of the finest fragrance you can get. Bangladesh price is gonna be around $150, not pounds, because Perfume Bangladesh, they bring good prices, and this really will, I'll tell you, like maybe well under $150. And this is one, I would say, even if you say, okay, I don't want a Tobacco Vanille clone, I want a good fragrance on its own, which smells sweet, which smells like a cigar, realistic, and it's something that's pleasant, not very daring. This is it. This is not so smoky. Okay, that's another thing. Sorry, that's another thing. So ideal time to wear this is definitely when you wear Enigma, 1821, or something like other tobacco is what I have a lot of other tobacco fragrances, 1 million Privé. This reminds me of those. Okay, and really high class, very smooth, and the fragrance lasts a long time. Longevity is pretty good. Fragrantica, some people said their skin ate it up, and I can definitely say it. Let's talk about some criticism. This fragrance not gonna be working for everybody. If you are not the biggest fan of tobacco notes, no. If you're not a fan of something spicy, kind of like a sweet fragrance, this is not going to work for you. If you want enormous, like sillage, like something Nishan Ani would give you. This is not gonna project as much as Ani or Hachivat does, but it's pretty damn good. I got about 8 hours longevity in Bangladesh condition. That's pretty damn dope, okay? And it has a lot of hype in the community. I saw brother Shafkat in Bangladesh. Hi Shafkat bhai, how are you doing? Shafkat Haidar bhai. He loves it. He said I was talking about it and nobody talked about it. Now this is getting some love, and definitely I will tell you, this is uh, anybody from India, my brothers, they commented, no one had anything negative to say. So Ananda Mustafiz bhai, who's the king, who's the one of my mentors, he said this is not a clone of Tobacco Vanille straight up, and I will agree. But I do say I don't need Tobacco Vanille. What I mean by that, this met my craving for Tobacco Vanille. For the price bracket this comes in, it's cheaper than 50 ml of 100 ml is cheaper than 50 ml of Tobacco Vanille, and I'm not blaming Tobacco Vanille. It's not their fault or it's not their problem. It's my budget issue. So my budget permits to have this niche fragrance, which is cheaper by like half the price or less. So yeah, I mean, cold weather time, you want a masterpiece of a fragrance, this is a masterpiece to me. I love Naxos, this the same way, okay? If you ask me Enigma, Rojadav, and this, if you ask me how much is the love, like, they are in the same ballpark. This also reminds me of Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP, that beautiful Havana cigar, sort of fruity affair. So this one, it will get you. How many sprays? I'll go 4 to 5 sprays. It will just cover your evening, fine. But this is a bit upscale fragrance. Make sure you know that, you understand that it's like high-end occasion. Do not throw this on casually, going to like take a, piss. Don't wear this. Have some respect, show some respect. You can do whatever you want, but this is one of the best cigar-based fragrances out there, period. So the dry down is just lovely. It's just so smooth. It does not quite have the cherry or a wine or something that you get from where's my other one? I have good lord here. This is another favorite fragrance of mine, which has tobacco, 1821 sweet tobacco spirit, called this red wine accord. So this one doesn't give you that what I call hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. It's funny that I woke up and I just now the season is of mosquito, like a lot of mosquito. My room's always closed, but they somehow find their way and then they fly around, and I am terrified by them. I hate cockroach and mosquito, okay? I have to kill them. So yeah, Bangladesh, a lot of mosquito, yeah. So I don't want to lose my blood, precious blood. Anyway, so basically what I'm saying is this one doesn't give you that boozy, whiny accord, but it has its own statement. So as a fragrance on its own, I'm not going to compare this now with Tobacco Vanille, like this is better than this or this. No, both are great. If I could afford this one, Tobacco Vanille, I would buy it. But for the time being, if you love Tobacco Vanille and you like something clean, doesn't smell cheap, doesn't smell synthetic, great ingredients used in this. These are the good things. And the criticism is the fragrance is not going to be for everybody. It's going to be still polarizing. And some people may say, this is not the longest lasting, this is not the beast, perhaps on them, so this is not a great fragrance. Longevity and projection for 3 days is not the only criteria of a fragrance to be great, okay? More and more time goes by, you realize that. So still, for me, I would call it 8 hours of beast mode. It does last on my skin, dry skin, for a long time. Outdoors usage, great fragrance. So overall, welcome to my Perfection 10 Club. And I love this fragrance. For those people, my brothers who love it, I think Nigel Dada also loves this. Many other brothers, I forgot all their names, but those who love it, there you go. I give in some love to this great piece, okay? Franck Boclet Tobacco. This is a must-have if you are a fragrance enthusiast and looking for something great. If you like Herod, Pure Heaven, Enigma, say the Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDP, it will be every now and then, one note will pop up and remind you of something familiar, but in a really good way, okay? Franck Boclet Tobacco, Perfection, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and it will get you also compliments for sure. All right, have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.